Center is a scientific and technological backstop. It is already based on the R&D infrastructure. It is based on the R&D generated scientific technological knowledges. It transfers technology from the university and research institutes to the market to entrepreneurs. It starts from the business plan preparation and marketing consultancy. It gives facility for infrastructural facilities like space, conference room, communication. Suppose if entrepreneurship starts his work, so in the beginning he may not have all these things. So this incubation center will give him these facilities. Then R&D lab space. Then how he will get the funding? He will be made access to the funding agencies, then angel investors, venture capitalists, crowdsourcing, etc. Then how his product will be promoted. So this incubation center will give promotional support to exhibition, convention, walkthrough, then operational cost reduction also will be informed. Then what is most important nowadays is the networking with the industry, network marketing. All these things are very much important for the present business. So these are all, this even I don't think all of you know the different e-marketing channels. Even some Agartala, some shops are also connected with this. So if you ask for some medicine, it is not that this medicine will come from the Guwahati or Delhi. It will come from the Agartala. From the pharmacy, you buy it, but you will get it a less cost. Then assisting in getting clearance because from the government regulatory bodies and the licensing. Licensing body. You know, the some trade license, business license, so many licenses are required from the industry department. And if you are deal with the food, then from FSSI, Food Safety Standard Authority in India, that's the license is must. So this incubation center will help you to get all these things, and it will take you with your idea only. Then it will leave you in the market at a very minimal cost. Then IPR management. That if anything is some proprietary right, then also incubation center will see how his IPR can be saved. So this is agribusiness incubator. This is what this main aim to develop the technology and value chain to establish small agribusiness in the emerging markets. Nowadays, without agribusiness incubator, it will be very difficult. The those who are educated, they have an engineering degree or other degree, they have some ideas, but they cannot always materialize their idea due to want to fund, because they need some more R&D. They want to test their product in the market. So agribusiness incubator will give you this platform, starting from an idea to planning, product development, market, and finally it will be launched. It will be idea will be developed for R&D, then you will plan, I will finally develop the product in a large scale, then your product will be developed, because once you develop product, it is not sufficient, then it will take you to the consumer. You will check the, that means acceptance of the consumer. Based on that consumer report, you will do some more research, you will change it. Ultimately, you go to the market, you test the market, check the market, in which market it is more profitable or how best it can be taken to the market, and finally you launch it. So all these facilities will be given by the agribusiness incubator. Nowadays, in all the IITs, NITs, all are having one. This is a compulsory from the government of India. They must have one agribusiness incubator. So I have visited so many agribusiness incubator, IIT Delhi, then IRI Agriculture, then NIAM, and Inoculation also I have visited in Hyderabad. So I know, because in the NIFTM, NIFTM Sonipur, because all are having they are very large. They have constructed their incubator center with a large area, with office room, so many infrastructure. That means infrastructure facilities there. Suppose if anybody comes to prepare different types of cake or different types of fruit product, so he will be given space, he will be given machineries. So he will work. He will work here. Even he will be allowed to discuss with some of the scientists, those who are working in this particular field. Then finally his product will be taken to the market. And once this particular person will stand in the market, you will have this foothold in the market, then this entrepreneur will get some money to the incubator. So, but anyhow, they are doing it at a very nominal cost. So I do not know whether in Tripura such business incubator is there or not. There or not. Another thing is value addition. So whenever any food product is done, so this value can be added to the food. So this value may be in the product ingredients, maybe in the process, maybe in the marketing. So what will it will increase the shelf life, it will improve the service and convenience. Then by adding ingredients also, because some people in 21st century people want, in 20th century there was a shortage of food, in 21st century there is no shortage of food, but people want more in the food. People want more in the food. This one omega-3 fatty acid. In Japan, they have developed the banana enriched with omega-3, egg enriched with omega-3. Even some rice, yellow rice, enriched with the iodine, enriched with the iron. So nowadays, that means rice, you have to consume rice daily. But if you get some more additional things in the rice, which is genetically inserted into the rice, so automatically it will be more benefited. So as it is the earlier, even 20 years back, iodized salt was not there. Now the iodized salt, because iodine is the most prime requirement of the body. So through salt it can be ingested. So like this, value can be added by different things. Now, agribusiness incubator in Tripura. So, and it is according to me, it is the need of the hour for making Atmanirbhar Tripura. Because in Tripura, we have enough opportunities. We have so many local resources. Our resources like pineapple, lemon, banana, jackfruits, bamboo shoots, bamboo crabs, fermented fish, or traditional beverages, which is made by the tribal by fermenting rice, the traditional textiles, rubber, medicinal plants, agar plants, etc., etc., etc. Now, all these things, just I am giving you one example. Today, it is we are very proud that we are exporting pineapple to the European market. Whole pineapple. Say if we export 1 ton pineapple, whole pineapple, and rest. But if we can convert this pineapple to pineapple powder, then 60-ton pineapples can be converted to 1 ton powder and it can be exported. Now that means instead of exporting 1 ton pineapple, we will be exporting 60 tons pineapple. So to grow these 60-ton pineapples here, you can imagine how many numbers of farmers will be benefited. So here that means infusion of the science. Here science will enter, R&D will enter. They will convert pineapple to the pineapple powder. Because the lemon, first Nimbu Pani is not made in the Tripura. Nimbu Pani, probably they purchase lemon from Tripura, but Nimbu Pani is coming from the outside state. So why not Nimbu Pani is made in the Tripura? Through agribusiness incubation system. So that our money will remain. Even we can export. From banana, several products can be from jackfruit. From jackfruits, even alcohol can also be made. Bamboo shoots, bamboo crabs, fermented fish. Our fermented fish, most important, because the Southeast Asian countries, their food habits on the they are all non-veg, but their food habits are almost similar to our Northeast India, our Tripura. So we can export. But till today, there is no standard of this fermented fish, our shidal, or salted in charcoal. For our shidal mainly, there is no standard. Since I am a member of the Bureau of India Standard, Government of India, I've been given assignment to develop this standard. So I have developed, since I am working, my specialty is in the fermented fish. I am working on the fermented fish since last 20 years. I am also a member for making standard of the fermented fish by the FSSI and also by BIS. So I have submitted my standard to the Bureau of India Standard. So probably after a few months, it will be declared as standard. Because now, for local marketing, FSSI certificate or BIS certification is not required. But once you will like to export it, so this certificate is must. As per GATT agreement, without this certificate, you cannot export to the outside market. So to get the global market, you have to, for all the product, not only for fish, for all the product, you have to have the certification from the food safety certification of, if it is engineering, maybe some other farms will be there to give the certificate. The traditional beverages, the Goa's traditional beverages, Feni, is now an international brand. It's now international brand. Why we are not taking our traditional beverages to that height? So for that thing, what you have to make it very safe way. Yeah, you have to see there how, and we have to standardize this process like this. Our traditional textiles, our rubber is the most important thing. We have enough medicinal plants, our agar plants. So, what I read in the newspaper a few days back, our government is planning to do something to invite some industrialists to utilize our agar plants. So, we have opportunities, but we have gaps also. We have lack of quality control and hygiene in the food production units. Whatever food we produce, no quality control, no hygiene is maintained. Then lack of standardization of uniform protocol. So once standard protocol or uniform protocol is not there, then there is no adequate logistics for scaling up to a large production. Because to help some person, suppose a traditional producer is there, you have to help him so that it can produce in a large scale. So you have to give some logistic supports. Then one most important thing in the presenter marketing is the proper packaging. The proper packaging materials and in knowledge regarding the proper packaging materials and transport system is also lacking. Then institutional support mechanism. Government department, we are giving training. We are giving training and training and training. We have some targets to give 200 farmers or 300 farmers or 400 farmers. But we don't want to see what they are doing after training. So that is why some person is taking training from the veterinary department. After 1 month, he gets training from the agriculture. Then it comes to the fisheries. Then he goes to the rubber board. Then Bombay. So it is just moving to get some money, but not for any. But if we can develop 1 or 2 entrepreneurship in a year, I think that is more than sufficient. The lack of branding and trademark in the manufactured products. The lack of market networking, which is most important. Lack of market network, which is now this one dark fantasy chocolate. This is made in some very rural area in the Assam, in the Nagaon district. Now this dark fantasy is now throughout India. It is available. Now I have seen in the Amazon also they are supplying. They have taken this. They have taken the help of Amazon. Their product. So yes, from a very rural area, I have met the owner of this owner of the farm. From this area, now once it is in the Amazon, that means its market is the global market. So lack of availability of accessibility to modern food processing equipment and the technical know-how. Now everything is now mechanized. So many modern food processing machineries, the equipments are there, and that technical know-how is there. That will reduce the time of production. So that is also lacking. Lack of adequate training facilities for skill development of the entrepreneurs. That means if it's most important to improve the skill of the entrepreneur, so that it will it will encourage him to do something. The lack of managerial and the marketing skills for the entrepreneurship development. So these are all the gaps, and these all things is one answer is the agribusiness incubator in the center, in the Tripura. Now we have no dearth of natural resources, bamboo shoots, bamboo, our tea, our handicrafts, our rubber, our pineapple, other fruits, our fermented fish, then our wood crafts, then our beverages, our textiles, our fish, our banana, jackfruit, mushroom, whatnot. All the natural resources there, but what is needed just to give it a proper shape so that instead of local market, they will see the global market. We have medicinal plants. So now, based on this, I'd like to suggest something for the policymakers. The proper showcasing. Know what is our product. The proper showcasing of our products is most important. That will enhance the potentiality of commercialization. Because without showcasing, nobody will come to know. Because this in the Nagaland, the first week of the December, they observed the Hornbill festival. From the entire globe, people come here. But in this week, about 20 to 30 lakhs people come from the entire globe to see this. So, and during this time, they showcase their products, traditional products. So there is huge marketing. So these are just I have given one example how showcasing government, that means from the government level will encourage our traditional producer to make their product. So proper showcasing will convert local market into a global industry. And most importantly, what is most required nowadays is to generate employment and self-sustainability in the region. Because if Tripura is self-sustainable, a particular village is self-sustainable, Tripura is self-sustainable, India will be self-sustainable. That will fulfill our dream of Atmanirbhar and enhance entrepreneurship development. Because different types of consumer will come, they will have different choices, different requirements. Based on this, some more ideas will develop, will create in the mind of Samuel. Accordingly, he will do. And what is the prime requirement to grow, especially in the agriculture sector? First one is the awareness of the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. The entrepreneur should know the guidelines, how to comply, how to make the product, which will comply the guidelines of the FSSI. Because without this thing, it is not in the locally that must. It is not applied in stringent. I am also a member of FSSI of the government of Tripura, but they are not stringently applying it for the food product. Anything without any labeling, it comes to the market, some chutney, some this thing. But there is no government agency to verify, to see whether they have given license or not. Or licensing is also not that much tough. The skill and entrepreneurship development, which will include training. First you have to give training and handholding. Handholding, that means you don't leave after training only. After training, okay, your training is complete, 7 days, 1 month, 3 months, okay, you go. You did not. Then you have to be with him. You have to hold his hand. You have to hold his hand so that he will produce his product. You will help, because sometimes we cannot help financially, but we can help technically. We can help, he will make the product. You have to help him to get the certificate from the FSSI. You have to help him how to make the label. You have to help him how to get the market. What will be the packaging material he will use. So all these things you have to do with the trained person. After training, then it is called handholding, and time to time you have to give technical backup. The branding and trademark, GI tag, because some all of you know there are a region wise. Recently, some prasad of Puri or prasad of this thing, Pondicherry Ashram, they have been patented and they have given GI tag. Our Basmati GI tag. So our so many textiles are GI tag. So so that means a GI tagging of our very special product, which is very ethnic. So that also can be done. So it will give an extra importance in the competitive market. The market networking, without market networking, is simply by making product and by supplying to some shops. It will be for the timing only. But those who want to stay in the market for the long time, they have to go for market networking. You have to establish linkage with the market agencies. Marketing agencies. There are so many marketing agencies. Some are particularly deal with the food only, and some are dealing. Suppose Amazon is dealing with everything. So you can tie up with them. But for this thing, you have to produce in a very hygienic way, very safety mode, and that means you have to produce a lot, because once you enter into any global marketing channel, there may be today there may not be any order, but tomorrow there may be 1,000 requirement. So you have to be ready. So it is so that's why entrepreneurship, once it starts, it will gradually grow with all these things. Now, to support entrepreneurship, there are several government schemes. The multiplier grant scheme for ITR&D, the special incentive package scheme, the venture capital assistance scheme, the credit guarantee, raw material assistance scheme, infrastructure developed scheme, the MSME Market Development Instance for Mudra Bank, the Credit Link Capital Subsidy, the Auto Incubation Center, the RKVY, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, the ICR, the Steel India, and several others. They are all there to help the entrepreneurs. But entrepreneurs have to, as I said, it is not a business, they have to come with some idea. They have to come with some idea. Recently, I was heading the in charge of the RKVY in my college for 3 years. I have developed 2-3 entrepreneurs. They came with the idea. I just whatever facilities was available in the college. With this, I tried to make their product to test them, sell it in the market. Now they're gradually they're in the grooming stage. So like this, our departments of science and technology, they can think about it. At least we have 8 districts. We have NITs, our TITs, then other colleges there. So there are some skill development centers are there. So if we can initially make some agribusiness incubation centers, so which will be helpful to develop some entrepreneurship. Because entrepreneurship development is the most important in the present day scenario. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your elaboration of the different aspects of R&D regarding fish and other science of the College of Fisheries and others status of the state. Now I'd like to request the Associate Professor of the Department of Physics, Tripura University, Dr. Shoaib Arshad Hussain sir, to kindly give the address. Dr. Arshad, are you there, sir?
Yes. Good morning.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, good morning. Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, so let me share my screen and I will stop my video, okay, for maintaining good connectivity.
Okay, sir. Sir, 1 minute, sir. Before just your presentation, just I want to inform you all that we are having the facility of live streaming of this webinar in the YouTube, but we have in the government office, that is the BSNL connection is there. It's a very poor condition today. That's why it is not been streaming like right now. Whenever the condition is better, the network connectivity, the live streaming will be there. Thank you, sir. Sir, please.
And hope you are also recording this program.
Yes.
So later also you can share. Okay. So thank you very much.
Yes.
My screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much. Good morning. Thank you to the organizer of this program, Bigyan Utsav, as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, for giving me the opportunity to showcase some of our activities in my university and how it can be helpful to make our Tripura and in broad sense our India Atmanirbhar. So today is World Science Day, and my earlier speaker, Professor Majumdar, has described the significance of the day. This time, the theme is peace and development. What I believe, if the inequality, injustice, poverty in the society is removed, is eliminated, automatically there will be peace. And here, science and technology, research and development can take a major role. Unless and until R&D activity scientists and researchers are doing in labs reach to the common people, common men, and affects their livelihood, it is meaningless. So our main aim and motto is to implement the R&D activities to develop social security as well as livelihood of the society. So today, I shall mainly highlight the R&D infrastructure available at my university and the activity we are doing and which are relevant to the development of Tripura. So Tripura University at a glance, this is a central university accredited by NAC, established in the year 1987. And this university is converted to a central university in 2007. We have 50 affiliated degree colleges, out of them 25 general, 25 professional colleges. We have 48 departments, 11 centers, and existing faculty strength 159, and we offer 54 PG courses, 5 integrated courses, 42 PhD programs, 10 diploma courses, and so on. Tripura University mainly supply a large number of human resource, skilled workforce who are working for the development of Tripura as a whole. In addition to offering normal, traditional PG and UG courses like physics, chemistry, math, history, etc., we offer some specialized, skill-based professional courses which have direct relevance to Tripura, like BBOC in rubber technology. You know, Tripura is one of the largest rubber producing state in the country, and in my university, we offer a course on rubber technology. We train students to develop skills to produce better rubber products and so on. We have course on bamboo cultivation and resource utilization. Again, Tripura forest is rich with bamboo. So this is also a very important course with respect to the development of Tripura. We offer tourism administration. We have forestry and biodiversity. We have courses on film and video production, tribal languages, disaster management, rural management, and development. So these courses are very much relevant with the resources as well as development of the Tripura. Research activities. Tripura University have some centralized facilities to support research, such as we have Central Instrumentation Center equipped with several costly equipments. We have Center for Lightning and Thunderstorm Studies, Center for Thin Films and Nanoscience Research. We have Plant and Animal House, Museum, Media Lab, Central Library, Theater, Art Gallery, Crafts Gallery, Mushroom Cultivation Room, etc. And these are centralized facility. Anyone working in Tripura University or outside Tripura University can have the access of this facility. In addition to this, we have other research facilities in different departments and centers. Tripura University has created an environment ecosystem for innovations, including incubation centers and other initiatives for creation and transfer of knowledge like TU Institutions Innovation Council, MOU KIIT Business Incubator, TU MESME Business Incubator, collaboration with IP Farm. My university signed MOU with several industry and institutions, and these are mainly to collaborate with the product and the market. In the Central Instrumentation Facility in Tripura University, we have highly costly equipments like FSM costing more than 2 crores, NMR again costing more than 2 crores. Then we have AFM costing say close to 1 crores, lifetime spectrometer, we have liquid nitrogen plants, and these facilities are regularly being used by almost all researchers in Tripura, from NIT, from other colleges, and also from outside Tripura. Researchers are using this facility on a regular basis. Here are some research and development statistics for the last 5 years. Number of awards, fellowship received by faculty members 117. Number of JRF, SRF, RA postdoc, etc. in last 5 years, 280. Our faculty members received grants in terms of projects for research work of the order of 30.5 crores. Number of PhD awarded in last 5 years, 252. Out of this, 32 went abroad for their postdoc and higher research. Number of patents, total 15, 11 granted and 4 filed. Number of research papers in highly peer-reviewed journals, 991. Number of book chapters, book written or edited, 414. Seminar, conference, workshop organized is 169. In addition to this, our university is regularly doing some extension as well as outreach activities, and we have done 102 such activities in last 5 years. We have collaboration with national, international institutions, research groups, and done 80 exchange programs for research and training purpose. We have 12 functional moves at present with some industry and research institute like ISRO, NSDC, RSDC, Rubber Board, Finance Commission, Media and Entertainment, Skill Council, and so on. So now I will share some of research outcome specifically related to the state Tripura. In physics departments, we are developing several memory devices based on organic material. You know, now at present available memory technology is based on silicon, but we are trying to replace the silicon with organic material. Then we have developed some sensors like cholesterol sensor, arsenic sensor. This arsenic sensor is tested with local water from Kamalpur and other places. You know, there are some contamination, arsenic contamination in Kamalpur. So we tested with local water also, and we found it works very good. Then other sensors, DNA sensor, etc. We have also designed some alcohol sensor to sense the pollution level of car. Gasoline adulteration. You know, gasoline adulteration is one of the key issue. Petrol cost is very high, so people mix kerosene and other things for benefit or profit. So we have developed a system where one can have idea whether this gasoline is pure or adulterated with kerosene or other contaminated. And our system is very simple. It's like a litmus paper. You see the car, initially it was say blue color. When you put it in the car silencer or somewhere like this, and based on the contaminant or component present in the car exhaust, you see the color changes. So just by observing the color change, you can have idea about the presence contaminant in the system. Of course, you have to have calibration to quantify the system. Then alcohol sensor, you see, if you put simply a piece of paper in front of a drunk person, based on the vapor present in his puff, you see the color changes if alcohol is there. If no alcohol, no color change. So it's a very simple process. And recently, physics department has collaborated with an industry, Photonics India, Bangalore. And this Photonics India is mainly expert in optics and electro-optics material components and their customized solutions. So they will help the researchers of physics departments to design prototype of memory, sensor, and solar devices and its commercial possibility, if any. Then, in collaboration with IT, physics detection system, and also physics department, a researcher from this department visited Antarctica, South Pole. Collaboration with Tel Aviv University, Israel, Our researcher is also working on earthquake prediction system. In the Department of Forestry and Biodiversity, researchers are working on artificial fungal inoculation in agar tree. You know, agar is a precious wood or material and available in Tripura. But generation of agar within the tree is a natural process. Normally, frequency of agar production in tree is not 100%. Hardly in few percentage of plants, there may be generation of agar within the plant. Sometimes people, you can see in the middle image, put nails and other things. If agar, due to these disturbances, if agar produced within the plant. But the forestry department researchers, they have developed a system, they induce fungi within the plant and they observe that systematically in a control manner, the agar product developed within the plant and the success rate is almost 100%. So this is very important with respect to the applications as well as livelihood of Tripura. Again, rubber, we are rubber rich. Our forest is very rubber rich. So our researchers are working on rubber seed oil, and they are mainly trying to minimize the toxicity of the oil and trying to utilize to different products like soap, liquid detergent, etc. And to a certain extent, they got success. In the Department of Chemistry, scientists are working on medicinal plant locally available in Tripura. Department of Botany, they are working on conservation and propagation of bamboo species. They are trying to generate modulate the quality of bamboo in terms of quality as well as productivity. Then studies on nutritional status, antioxidant and antimicrobial properties of wild edible mushroom. We have a mushroom research center, so they are working. And now Tripura also, I have seen there are so many people, they are cultivating mushroom. So in my university, they are trying to improve the quality, productivity of mushroom in a different way. Department of Zoology, a group of researchers, they are working on fish, and they develop artificial fertilization or breeding technology for chitola fish. Chital fish is not producing within the normal pond, but our researchers, they are trying so that it can be cultivated in a pond or normal water. Again, for Pabda also, they are doing some significant research so that Pabda can be cultivated in fresh water in any village. Then another significant development regarding vermicompost or fertilizer using earthworms. One researcher from zoology department, he is doing significant work, and based on his work in Tripura, we have Messrs. Adorani Vermicompost and Research Center, Mohanpur, Agartala. They are producing vermicompost, and not only in Tripura, they are supplying it outside Tripura also and marketing commercially. Researchers are also working on the honeys available in Tripura and how to increase the quality as well as productivity. Department of Human Physiology, screening of medicinal plant of Tripura for anti-cancer like lung cancer, liver, pancreas, and so on. So they are doing this kind of activity and got some fruitful results also. They are also doing documentation and validation of traditional healing practices. Our tribal areas or old ages, villages, people uses a lot of plants, extracts, and so on, roots, etc., for healing some wounds, some swelling in bone, fracture, etc., so on. So they are doing some kind of mapping, documentation of all the things, in it, including the healing value of the plants also. And also they have done assessment on the nutritional status of rural adolescent population of Tripura. Department of Microbiology, they have developed an eco-friendly strategy for dairy wastewater remediation with high lipid microalgae bacterial biomass production. And for this work, one of our researchers has been awarded by Rashtrapati Award last year. Department of Pharmacy, they are doing some pharmacological evaluations as well as bioactivity of locally available medicinal plants of Tripura. They are also trying some anti-cancer drugs in treatment of multi-drug resistance colon cancer, and these are all based on Tripura, locally available Tripura plant. So, in addition to this, large number of activity is going on in other dimensions. Okay, so I am not highlighting all these issues. So, since our main aim is to implement or use the research output for the betterment of the lifestyle of common people, and nowadays research activity, it's a global cumulative effort, it's a teamwork. Okay, still regional basis development is also important. So I propose on behalf of my department and university that Tripura government should take some initiative so that maximum utilization of R&D infrastructure available at different institutions in Tripura should be there. For this, cooperation, networking, linkage between all higher education institutes of Tripura is highly required, and government may form a governing body for this, because we have Tripura University, NIT, Medical College, Fishery College, Agricultural College, and so on, and those institutes have some costly equipments. Okay, but say from Tripura University or other colleges, we don't know what is there in NIT, and other people, they may not know what is there in the university, and these all are from public money, very costly equipments. MHRD provides funds to procure them. So what we suggest, the government may form a governing body. There may be a networking in terms of maybe website or something like that. All information should be there. Government may, another issue is maintenance of the equipments. We took funds from the MHRD to purchase this equipment. In my university, we have Central Instrument Center having instrument costing more than 20 crores. But maintenance is a big issue. We have experts, okay, but recurring funds. So government can make a networking, identify these kind of instruments, make a common system so that all researchers in Tripura, irrespective of institutions, maybe college, maybe university, wherever they are, they can use it. Okay, and for this, government can formulate some mechanism. This is one part. Another issue, I suggest Tripura, there should be a science congress in Tripura to showcase the research output carried out by researchers in different institutions of Tripura. This is very important, because if there is a, say, congress or seminar like that, where all researchers from all institutions will highlight their output, there may be expert may be invited from industry, from company, from research institutions. They will sample out which research can be marketed, which can be implemented for what. In this way, we have to have some kind of mechanism so that it can be benefited for the development of Tripura. So as a whole, I suggest government to think on these issues and formulate some kind of mechanism for this. And if Tripura government wants or decided to arrange this kind of activity, my department, physics department, and Tripura University will be very happy to host such kind of events. I hope R&D activities going on at Tripura University will help to make Atmanirbhar Tripura and hence Atmanirbhar India under Make in India initiatives of Government of India. Thank you very much for your listening, and hope we will have some fruitful conclusion and decisions, suggestions which will help for the development of Tripura. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ashad Hussain. Thank you for giving such a wide variety of information regarding the R&D status of the university and the other parts of the state of Tripura. And we welcome the proposal of hosting the Tripura Science Congress. We are working on it. If possible, in coming years, we may host this is the in 2011 we hosted the first Tripura Science Congress. In coming years, we may host in collaboration with your department. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, I'd like to request Dr. Mrinalkanti Devarma, who is Associate Professor and HOD of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Agartala, to deliver his address. Sir, Dr. Mrinalkanti Devarma, sir. Please, sir.
Thank you very much. I think I am audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So just let me share my screen. I think it's it is visible, right? Not yet.
Yes, slide is visible, sir.
It's not full screen.
Not, it's just not full screen, sir.
Okay. Where is it at? Yeah, now.
Not the full screen, but it is visible, sir. It is okay, sir.
But from my side, it's full screen anyway. So just I'm switching my video. It'll be okay, no?
It is okay, sir. It is okay, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Very good morning, distinguished delegates and ladies and gentlemen. It's my proud privilege to have interaction with all the faculties and who are present here today. I'd like to thank organizer, Tripura State Council for Science and Technology, and the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to celebrate Vigyan Utsav as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So I'm representing from NIT Agartala CSE department. So as I told that I'm holding a HOD and as a professor in this department. So today I'm going to just have a little bit share my information regarding NIT and as well as CSE department. Okay, so this is actually a contribution of NIT Agartala in the field of R&D infrastructure in Tripura for building Atmanirbhar Bharat. So if you take this outline, this is computer science engineering department. You can just visit us anytime. It's a beautiful campus, 450 acres, almost 430 right now we have acres land, greeneries. So today I'll give a brief introduction of CST department, research activities happening in NIT Agartala, the strength of the state, R&D infrastructure from government funding, sorry, schemes for utilization of R&D infrastructure, and revitalizing R&D infrastructure towards industry synergy like startups, MSMEs, and academia to join hands and contribute to Atmanirbhar Bharat. And what are the requirements of R&D infrastructure of the state to be future ready? About CS department, the Department of Computer Science Engineering of NIT Agartala offers UG courses, PG courses, and PhD programs in different disciplines, and especially CSE have a specialization on computer science engineering, artificial intelligence. Now we are offering more specialization like cryptography, security, and data science, and maybe cloud and sensor network. So where students will get a encouraged to acquire knowledge facilities with some integrated thinking about education, research, development, and application training. So actually students are provided knowledge to understand the fundamental, like we have a basic science in structure, we have NBA pattern of course, humanities, interdisciplinary knowledge, innovation, creative problem solving as per World Economic Forum. They have suggested how to be top skill by 2025, like intellectual honesties and professional ethics, which is very important part, and capacity of teamwork and cognitive flexibility in interdisciplinary national international environment. So since its inception in 1999, the CSE department has always been recognized as excellence for excellence. So this department actually, I'm from CSE department, that's why I'm just focusing on, and that we've started journey in 1999. So since inception, the department has been a torch bearer for CSE and other related field like AI and machine learning and image processing in the state Tripura as well as Northeast India. So if you consider research activities in NIT Agartala, we have different memorandum of understanding with industries and institutions like NIT, IITs, and ISC to promote, even abroad, to promote collaborative research and consultancies. This NIT has actually recently we have signed with Government of Tripura, Director of Information Technology for New Generation Innovation Network, which is called NGIN. And NIT Agartala has framed its startup and innovation policy along with intellectual property rights policy. And faculty members of this institute have obtained major projects funded by DST, DBT, FIST, ISSR, ICMR, CSIR, like Tribal Research and Culture Institutes, MG, and REGA works for Tripura as well as especially in Tripura, and Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kushal Yojana, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee Urban Mission, National Urban Mission, which is the part of ICAP, which is called Integrated Cluster Action Plan, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India. So especially we have to work for Tripura cluster and even ISRO. So NIT Agartala received almost near about 1 crore fund in financial year of 2020 and 2021. In continuation of that, institute actively engaged in performing various consultancies and testing works. And if you have various academic departments, we have science, engineering, and humanities, and other than engineering, performing testing and consultative job in association with IRCON, MG and REGA works for Tripura, and DDU GKY, Department of Agriculture, Department of other departments also in transport and others. We are planning for that. ERM India Private Limited, PWD, Director of School Education, CPART, Human Society International India, Department of Rural Development, Government of Tripura. So many. So institute receives last year around 66 lakhs rupees from different testing and consultancy activities in the year. You can go visit in our website on detail. If consider the publication, we are not doing only the research. I mean that testing and consultancy works. Faculty members of our institute individually published more than 200 number of SCI index journals, the high impact factor, and more than 100 number of Scopus index journal in the last year. And 3 international conferences we have organized. In CSE we have organized 3, and total 3 number of patent published in last year granted, and 5 patents have been published. Startup innovation activities like institute has signed memorandum of understanding.
So, may I interrupt you?
Yeah,
Sir?
sure.
Sir, slide is not changing actually, sir.
Oh, sorry. So I don't know. I just a minute. What happened? Let me stop again.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Just let me share again then. Just a minute. Now it is okay.
There is the first slide is showing only.
Oh, still some problem, no?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute.
Otherwise, sir, editable form it will be okay, sir.
I will actually share entire screen. Just let me select my PPT. Allow. Now it's changing.
So the past, it's the outline. Now it's changing, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. it will be okay. Like only if I make a full screen, I think it's not changing.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir. We are. It is visible, sir. No problem.
I think in this particular slide.
Yeah. Yes. It is okay, sir.
Thank you. So, so this is the continuation of that startup innovation activities. We have, I told we have more with Tripura, the Directorate of Information Technology, Government of Tripura, and NIT Agartala also have frame its startup like innovation policy along with international property right policy (IPR), and we have NIT Agartala actually witnessing an exponential growth in R&D activities like large consultancy work already have discussed, engineering department, academic research gains in momentum by day. Papers, lot of papers published by faculty members, research scholars in different referred journal, international and national report. And research paper have been presented in various conferences, symposia, which is held in national international level, seminar, and other workshops in department or our institute. Schemes for utilization of R&D infrastructure. The faculty members, especially here, we have, I think some problem is there. My slide is moving, no?
It is moving, sir. It is
Okay.
moving.
Sorry. So, we have, preparation of state-specific action plan, which is SSEP for water sector of Tripura state. This is actually scheme for utilization. Then demographic profile of scheduled tribes of Tripura since 1901 to 2018 under Tribal Research and Culture Institute, and MGM Rega, which is Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kushal Yojana, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, MIT. Skill development in Tripura, analysis on problems, challenges, and opportunities under ICSSR. Safe route connectivity of Tripura state, not region in India under NFHS. Mobile transport, mobile supported by GPDP consultancy projects, which is by Panchayat Department, Government of Tripura, TUDA. What is actually revitalization of this particular R&D infrastructure towards industry synergy, like startup, MSME, academia, to join hands up, and contribute to the Atmanirbhar Bharat. As a part of innovation and startup activity, NIT Agartala has actually participated in different innovative contests like 2020 last year. We have received 21 ideas and 2 proof of concept and 24 prototypes for evaluation. The cell is actually encouraging both students and faculty members to actively participate in the innovation related activities. NIT Agartala has established Institute Innovation Startup Cell as a flagship program which is in the line with the National Innovation Policy and Startup Initiatives. So since November 2020, several national level webinar and student awareness program have been conducted on the innovation and startup ecosystem. Continuation of this particular R&D infrastructure, institute has supported 7 number of students innovation prototype projects with financial aid to foster the product oriented innovation and idea, and with prototyping, pitching and validation. NIT Agartala has infrastructure like 5,000 square feet dedicated facility with common workshop and common workplace and conference room, incubation facilities, internet and office supporters with the startup cell. In addition to these, existing research areas, new research activities will be taken up in different trust areas like energy sector, environmental science, structure, water, resource, thermal engineering, biotechnology, agriculture, food processing, food safety and storage, different field area. And necessary infrastructure will be built up by our institute on urgent basis to support such activities. NIT Agartala will also set up essential infrastructure to support micro and small and medium scale industries to be carried out in the Northeast India, funded by the Government of India. All necessary research facilities will be developed to increase the number of high quality research publications, patents and technology transfer, sponsored research project and industry consultancy projects. What are the requirement of R&D infrastructure to state to be in future ready? No. So intake of institute full-time research scholars will be increased as they play a vital role in sustaining research activities in the institutions. Moreover, there will be cater to the urgent requirement of faculty in technical education sector. Freshly recruit young faculty members will be provided in startup grants for high quality research project proposals by the institutes. Postdoctoral research program already started, actually institute. We have a more with IIT Madras, IIT Guwahati, IIT Delhi, and different other institutes also, like which is famous institutions, even with foreign collaboration we are having. So to initiate students to research early, all students including undergraduate students will be encouraged to get engaged in research. That we have already started. All the UG and PG students will be financially supported for international research, internship, like they have research operating grant, ROG, for their to attend any conference, to publish research, to take over the research oriented material testing and others. We have a collaboration with the Tripura University and other institutions also. Presenting papers in national and international level conferences. They will also be associated with the collaborative research project at various institutions in our country and abroad. A center of excellence will be built up, carry out research activities in specific area of science and technology. Vibration analysis problem for local industries can be a good opportunity for consultancy. Industries are encouraged to approach to us for addressing their vibration related issues to their machines, machineries in order to increase their life and productivity. Yesterday we have conducted one webinar which is related to the security and surveillances of Tripura, like how what's the actual problem they are facing in Tripura smart city. So there's a good suggestions came out from that also. In case government consultancy agencies assign a task project to the department, then the activities will be carried out by the using the procured equipment and software. So this is one of few real activity startup entrepreneurship, design thinking and critical thinking, incubation, which is activity started this year. Last year started, but this year we have it is published. We started this particular YouTube link is there. Title is career abroad. This is the one small this is organized by the eCell, okay, by Mr. Sharma, talked about the journey and career opportunities to pursue after BTech. Okay. Then Another thing is this is intellectual property rights for entrepreneur. This is also conducted. You can go through this particular YouTube link. Understanding intellectual property and its legal facets with guest speaker or in the Purukayasto, patent attorney. Then another one is this one is capacity building. In this workshop, participants learn how to set up their vision, execution, administration, connection, passion, and adoption. Finally, they'll be able to get answer their long pending queries related to the startup. They've already done that particularly startup. Instagram already given link. Then that idea was validation for prototyping. The workshop actually covered the area where participants can be aware about generation of new ideas, how to build up those ideas, how to launch their ideas. Finally, they are able to gather knowledge about their idea from the market as well as to prepare for startups. Then this is the R&D startup. We have started new generation innovation network. I already discussed NGIN, virtual awareness program on new generation innovation network, and signing with memorandum of understanding with the government of Tripura, Department of Information Technology, and NIT Agartala supports innovation startup. This is innovation ecosystems and designing thinking, a free webinar organized by the Innovation Cell, Research Foundation Cell, and faculty members of Agartala, design thinking. And this is another title, Ask Me Anything session by NASCOM, that is also done from R&D startup cell to provide platform where the students and staff who want to be an entrepreneur, okay, are able to get answer to long pending questions around the startup. This was virtual social entrepreneurship boot camp, mega entrepreneurship boot camp focused on social entrepreneurship. Ignite 2021 started in Agartala. And this is actually inspiring experience of a successful startup, which is i20x title, webinar and motivational speech organized by the Innovation Startup Cell. These are the few things we have done since 2018 to 19 in this department. We have organized and we have granted so many research projects. IoT-based traffic monitoring system for hilly roads of Northeast India. This is one of the major projects funded by DST. Coordinator Dr. Ashim Shah. Then we have a Shumon Dev. We have a program, different program, Gram Panchayat development plan, Android-based mobile data collection application, AICT sponsored different national workshop, and smart vision approach for monitoring, motion behavior sensor, citizen of indoor environment, design consideration of void supporting pedagogy, establishing low cost computing lab, and we have conducted international conference, 13 international conferences and different FDPs, faculty development programs, in this particular 2020 and 2021. These are some paper published in this particular department. CS department, I already told different departments they have published. We have last year published almost 14 referred journal international and 8 international conferences. And this is the data for research and development. In the last, we have R&D field we have done. Current research activities are dealing with for these areas like artificial intelligence, wireless sensor network. We have a team on that, IoT, cloud computing, cyber security, data science, and digital image processing. This is the trust area of computer science engineering, which are very much right now demanding. We have a high performance computing center here. First iconic Param supercomputing facilities have set up, state of art, Tripura. A joint collaboration between the CDAC, Center for Development Advanced Computing, Ministry of Communication of IT, Government of India, and NIT Agartala. Objective was to develop skill, the area of parallel computing, engineering study, research by employing computational science technique. So Center of Excellence we have signed with Memorandum of Understanding with CDEC, Scientific Society under Ministry of Communication, I already told, and other high-end career-oriented like IT training program, which is also developed by the CDEC, assist the students to monitoring their skill base on the requirement of IT industry. We have done several achievements like a Colombo Remote Center, CDEC Center, Akash Development Center, High Performance State-of-Art Computing, GIAN courses on IoT sensors, devices, and data analytics, and international conferences. Different professional committees we have associated with like IEEE, SAM, IEI, CSI, ISRO, SCIE, Indian Language Association. Then we have different session chairs, program committee members in different conference like ICON, FIRE, EdCap, MetCom, SCES. And we have one Study Connect, that was the social relevance activity program conducted to upload school students to increase appetite towards higher studies. And ICAP, that was the very cluster program, integrated cluster action plan, prepared, which is preparation under Rule 1 Mission, Government of India on STSS, which is State Technical Support Agency. Proposed plan is scope to provide world-class education in cost-effective manner, research consultancy through industry department collaboration, and establishment of Center of Excellence. We're planning for data science and advanced studies in engineering areas, scope for establishing a patent cell to encourage the innovative ideas and influencing the research scope. So these are the few things I've given and influencing the technical practices of government, non-government organizations through its different courses, UG, PG, and PhD program for the young and prospective technocrats, training of corporate executives, consultants, and research. The research program are oriented towards developing technical systems that are most suitable in the Indian context, particularly for Northeast region, to enhance the effectiveness to technical education with innovative system and devising a mechanism to facilitate application and research finding to solve real problems of industries and academia. And the technical knowledge from the institute level to the entrepreneurs, so that effective growth is obtained for the economic development for the region and nation as a whole. So that is my conclusion after getting through all these things. And anyway, thank you very much for giving me opportunity. I think I have taken a lot of time. So this is my contact number and email ID. Thank you very much. About the host.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your kind lecture on the topic. We would like to convey our sincere thanks to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I'd like to request a special person, that is Dr. Abhinav Kant, who is the in charge of Bamboo and Cane Development Institute, that is BCDI of Agartala, Tripura. Now, I'd like to request Dr. Abhinav Kantji, please give your address, sir.
Good morning. So I am audible.
Yes, audible, sir.
So first of all, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to State Science and Technology Council for organizing this webinar on a very special day of World Science Day. So I'm just sharing my screen. So my screen is visible.
It's just a hazy system is there, but some hazy looking is there.
Okay.
Yes, it is okay now.
Okay. So, now it is clear.
Yes, it is clear.
Yeah. As today we are going to discuss something about the R&D infrastructure which is available in the state, and what may be the future prospect where we can look towards for the development of that infrastructure, and how the most important thing is how we utilize that infrastructure in a sustainable way. So I am right now working under NECTAR, Northeast Center for Technology Application and Reach, and the Institute, Bamboo and Cane Development Institute, is situated in Agartala. And recently, the whole running and management of this institute is now given to Northeast Center for Technology Application and Reach. And this is one of our autonomous institute under Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. So we can say that this is a very good move, where this institute is now more towards associated with science, technology, and innovation, and how to utilize the science and technology related to bamboo for the livelihood generation and for the betterment of the people. So just this slide shows about the activities NECTAR is looking towards. So NECTAR is not basically not a conventional type of organization. This is the mandate is not on basically on R&D. It is towards harnessing and leveraging niche frontier technologies available. Like in India, we do have many of scientific institutes, departments. They are doing a lot of research and developing new technologies. So how to get that technology and fill that gap and apply that technology to the grassroots level. So that is the main idea of NECTAR. And BCDI, right now we are focusing on bamboo, but we are also open on other aspects which can create, you can say, a job opportunity, livelihood opportunity for the state and for the whole Northeast region. This is a slide showing about the services, what we are right now providing. The most important thing is we are providing skill and capacity development, right from developing artisans, entrepreneurs, and also we have a 1-year postgraduate diploma course in association with Tripura University. So this is all about human resource development. Then one more important activity is design and product development, which is a very dynamic field, and it requires a continuous input as per the market demand. So this is also, we do have this prototype facility where we can make new product, new designs, and those prototypes we get that market feedback. And then as the first speaker, Majumdar Saab was talking about incubation, that and that is the most important part. In India, we do have facilities. We are doing research, and if we talk about publication and those things, I feel that India is at par with any other country. But ultimately, how those research is benefiting to the grassroots level, that is the most challenging part, and that is the most important part also. So how we can extend that research or that outcome to the grassroots level, that is the most important thing, and that can be addressed by creating incubations where the entrepreneur can come to that institute or that infrastructure and utilize that infrastructure for their business opportunity. And during this handholding time, he can or she can come to know the hardship of the that technology or that product, and how they can troubleshoot those things, and even they can also work on online marketing and how they can develop their business venture. So the idea of incubation is, do not invest initially, just have a first-hand experience, and later on when you are experienced, go and set up your own industry. So this is a very important thing. And we do have a technical services where we are providing technical services in setting up of industry. And that is the most important thing. What type of machineries, what type of investment is required, what is the business model required for running that enterprise. This comes under technical services. And then we have education and R&D activity. So now talking about R&D activities and infrastructure, these are the four major, you can say, domain where we have to develop. It may be a bamboo, it may be pineapple, it may be any food processing industry, rubber, agar wood, any type of forest product or primary product, agriculture product. We have to focus on material, what material we are looking towards, what R&D is required to develop that material, and then the manpower who is going to utilize or converting that material into a value-added thing. So that how to develop this human resource, this manpower. This again requires a certain skill, and what skill set they require, that requires a certain R&D. So this is a second domain where we have to focus. And then technology. This machine M shows technology. What technology we have to adopt to process that material into a value-added product. Like it was said earlier that how to convert pineapple, 60 ton of pineapple into 1 ton of pineapple by converting it into powder. So what technology, what machines, what will be the, you can say, production volume, and what is the, that is also very important. Like if we want to convert that 60 ton of material into 1 ton of powder, whether we do have that, you can say, resources in the state, and we have to find out, or we should have that data, that what are our resources, and ultimately, if we are going to set up an industry, it requires raw material, continuous supply of raw material, quality raw material. So if we do have 100 tons of production, then we have to set up a production unit according to that capacity, or either we have to increase our raw material production. And the fourth important thing is market. Ultimately, whenever we are doing R&D, it starts from a lab or institute, or with you can say idea. But ultimately, whatever the R&D we are doing, it is going to get into the market. So what are the who are the end user? What are their requirement? Where is the market? What is the capacity? So what I feel at present, generally, is what is missing is the market. Basically, we are doing a lot of activity, but where we are going to sell, whether our product is cost competent or not. That is also very important, because ultimately market requires sustainable as well as a price should be lesser, or it should be functional in thing. So this market is an important aspect in developing any concept or any product. So talking about bamboo resources in India, if we talk about growing area, India is the largest growing area. It is 15 million hectare, and but we are second largest bamboo producing country, because most of the bamboo we have is in forest area, and that is not densely planted. It is in natural conditions, so the density is very less, so the productivity is also very less. When we talk about China, China is the largest bamboo producing country, first largest bamboo producing country, and it has only 9 million hectare. You can see there is a difference of 6 million hectare. We have 6 million hectare more land under bamboo cultivation. But when we talk about productivity, China is much higher than India. So that is important. What China has done is they have identified particular species of bamboo, and they have done monotonous type of plantation. And those plantation is like uniform plantation. Whole if we are standing at any one hilltop, you can see everywhere, every hilltop is planted with one type of or few type of target bamboo species. So that is where R&D is required. What type of bamboo species, what type of propagation method required to provide that quality planting material. So these are the bottlenecks. Our resources are forest based, productivity is very less, and lack of QPM, quality planting material. So these are important aspects. Now, when we talk about bamboo in Tripura, it's like 3,617 square kilometer area. 1/3 of the state is in bamboo bamboo area, which is also majorly in the forest area. And this is a FSI report. If we talk about 17-18 data, bamboo in Tripura is 5.65 million poles, equivalent to 56,000 metric ton. This is the production of Tripura state. So now we have to focus on this production, what species we have, and what final product we are going to convert. So accordingly, we have to conduct our R&D and creating our infrastructure and supporting our industries. So when we talk about infrastructure available in Tripura state, more specifically for bamboo, one is our institute at Lichu Bagan. Then there is a R&D activity which is our other speaker talked about at Tripura University. And then NIT Agartala is also, because NIT Agartala had a very good laboratories. They have the mechanical departments and other tooling facilities are there. So whenever we are converting our product, bamboo-based product, we need certain tools, a certain advancement of tools. So for that, we need certain type of R&D activity. So NIT Agartala is again a very good opportunity and infrastructure available in the state. MSAB tool room is also a facility created, and then Forest Department, Government of Tripura is also has also facilities. They have a R&D lab available in Agartala. So these are the available infrastructure. Now I'm talking towards how we go forward and what type of R&D is required and what where we can pitch in for making our state Atmanirbhar. So the most important thing in bamboo is we need these types of straight, clear, bold bamboo. So these are available in Tripura. The good thing about Tripura is in a state with 10,000 square kilometer area, we have about 19 different varieties. So that is a very high number. We have a very good biodiversity. When we talk about Madhya Pradesh, which has a very huge area, they have only 3-4 species, and that too not very, you can say, straight and clean bamboo species. So we do have these types of species. The important thing is now we have to select out our species. You can see the clean bowl area, how straight these bamboo is. So whenever we are processing or we are setting up our industry to utilize bamboo, we need clean and straight bamboo. So that is the key of success. So now if we talk about R&D activity, we have to find out those good quality bamboo species available, and then we have to develop propagation modules, because bamboo has a very peculiar character. It flowers once in a life. So seed availability is always being a very big issue. So we have to work on other alternative propagation methods. And other alternative propagation methods are vegetative propagation method by establishing nurseries, and even a good and fast method is tissue culture techniques. So Forest Department, they have a facility, Tripura University have a facility. So, but we do not, what is missing in our state is setting up of industrial tissue culture facility. You know, in universities and institutes, we develop protocols only, but we never look towards commercial production of that thing. So for commercial production, like if we need at present, if we talk about a good bamboo, say Bambusa cachenensis in Tripura, and if we need planting material of 1,000 plant or 1 lakh plants. We cannot do it because seed availability is again an issue. We cannot do it by other means. So we have to develop our tissue culture protocol and commercialize or produce this bamboo species through tissue culture facility. So setting up of industrial tissue culture facility which can produce it in masses is a important thing. So now what I feel is like bringing that lab to land, that research from lab to land is the most important thing. So commercializing that research is the most important thing. Then looking towards the material as a bamboo has a great variation. Not only between the species, within the species it has a huge variation. The bottom area is nearly solid. The lumen increases along the length of bamboo. Upper part is different characters. Middle part has different characters, and bottom part has something different. So this diverse physical character has different mechanical and physical properties also. So accordingly, we have to identify. We have to focus on important bamboo varieties, and accordingly we have to utilize those varieties. Now this is a very good thing which shows that different part of bamboo has different usage. So now complete conversion of bamboo, or you can say zero wastage technology and research is required, or even we can say there is already existing research. We have to implement those research at grassroots level. So this slide shows that India is the youngest country in the world, and every second person in India is below 29 years old. And we know we cannot provide so much job even in private sector also. So ultimately, what we have to focus towards entrepreneurship. To support startups, to develop capacity where people can have their own production units. So MSMEs. So that is the idea where we can provide some opportunity to the young generation. So this is about technology. If we talk about bamboo processing machines, these are all in all primary processing machines available in world, or you can say in country. So how to utilize those machines? What are the processes? Because bamboo machines can make only 3 products: split, sticks, or slats. So how to convert that material into a value-added thing is again an R&D thing, where the product prototyping is required, and then designing is required, production processes is required. So these are the important things. This is a slide showing that machine can convert bamboo into slats. Slats are rectangular bamboo splits, then a round sticks, and then slivers. These round sticks, everybody knows that it can be converted into incense, round incense stick, even chopsticks, curtains. That can be opportunity where we can set up industries. So when we talk about bamboo is one of a very good example where we can give a concept of that, which is zero defect and zero effect. Because bamboo is the most sustainable material on earth. It is the fastest growing plant on earth. So the biomass conversion ratio is fastest in bamboo, and that's why it is known as sustainable material. So if we harvest bamboo and utilize that bamboo in value-added products, so it will not give a, you can say, it will not create environmental issues. And the product what we are looking forward should be free from any type of defect. So we can definitely pitch on that product category for bamboo thing. When we talk about products, there are traditional products, and we know that Tripura has a huge name in traditional products. But again, a market requires certain innovation and certain functionalities And these products should be dynamic. It keeps on updating according to the market case. So here at our facility and at our you can say infrastructure, we have developed certain designs, certain innovations using processed material so that we can get better market. These are food baskets, and you can say these baskets are stackable. You can stack this material for transportation purpose. So we can transport this material to a longer distance with a lesser charges. These are again contemporary bamboo product where we are making desktop utility set. This is a packaging solution. Now this is a I usually says that this any product which is available on online is the successful product. So when we find out any product which is available online is a good product, and we have to look forward towards that product category. This is mobile amplifier available everywhere in on online platforms, Amazon, Flipkart, and a very easy product for to make scalable. The only thing is we have to require certain, we have to develop certain fixtures, certain small power tools, and a certain good quality of finishes. So this is where we have scaled up this production. This is a 11-inch bamboo piece cut with a particular angle, and there is a slit to keep our mobile. And whenever we play any sound or any song or any playlist, this lumen create resonance, and by that resonance, this sounds amplify. Again, now this is about using natural form of bamboo. Now we need industrial incubation. Like in bamboo, there is a technology bamboo glue board, where we are converting bamboo into board. So how to utilize this bamboo board for value addition? There is a company, people know that IKEA. IKEA is the world's biggest home decor company. And these are the chopping boards available on IKEA website. And right now they are sourcing every chopping board from China and Vietnam. And they have a huge demand. So what type of technology is required? What type of, that is already standardized. And the important thing is we have to set up these types of units, industries where we can make these types of products. These are again different type of chopping board. This is known as butcher board to cut meat and flesh. Now, talking towards product innovation, recently we know that in Tripura state, like in 2020, Honorable CM launched bamboo bottle. So this created a huge buzz around the country, and there is a huge demand of this product. The good thing is this bottle is again a application of existing bottle. Like it has a copper inside, it can be steel inside or glass inside, and ultimately we are giving bamboo finish to the bottle. And you can say that there is a complete change of appearance of that product, and it ultimately it creates a huge demand. And later on, there are certain bottlenecks, like bamboo has a character of splitting, and then production things were very, you can say, small. So for that, we have done some R&D and developed a process where we have mechanized this thing. So this is automation. We bring automation in that thing, and by that automation thing, we are making bamboo tubes and providing that bamboo tubes to the producer groups, and those producer groups are assembling bottle with bamboo tubes and making such types of beautiful bamboo bottles. So these are new designs, processes developed in bamboo bottle. Now we know the government of India is pitching on toys toy industry is a very huge industry. So how we can utilize our bamboo in toy industry is again a very important aspect of R&D. So in Tripura, we have a very good nearly solid bamboo, which is locally known as Kanak. This bamboo, these dolls are made up of 100% bamboo, and each doll depicts all the different states of Northeast. So there are 8 dolls with 8 different traditional attire representing that state. So this is a very good educational toy where a student or a kid or a public can know about the attire and the different names, different states of Northeast. So this doll concept was appreciated by different people at different stages. Then we have these types of cars and spinners. These toys can create great demand and can create a livelihood opportunity and also provide a entrepreneurship opportunity. Now, talking about the edible aspects of bamboo, traditionally people used to consume bamboo as a form of vegetable in the growing season. We have converted and we have utilized bamboo shoot pulp to make cookies. So these Mooli bamboo cookies was launched last year in September. Then we feel a pressure of production. As being an institute, we are not able to produce it in a large scale. So in that we have started an incubation concept where we have an entrepreneur who has this bakery facility and everything, and we have transferred this recipe or this technology to this bakery person, and now he is selling this product on a commercial scale. So this is where you can say the success of a R&D or a product ultimately extended to an entrepreneur, and that entrepreneur is producing that product for market through incubation. Then again, a good aspect is bamboo shoot processing. Like bamboo shoot is available during the growing season of bamboo, but off season we do not have availability of bamboo shoot. So we can cut this bamboo, process it, and can this canning is a very important aspect where we can increase the shelf life of bamboo and we can consume this bamboo at any given time. So right now, the bakery person who is making that bamboo cookies, for that we have developed this scanning process, and he has scanned this material for off-season production. So that is where we can also provide opportunity to the farmers to supply this bamboo shoot to the industry, and that industry create job for the workers and indirect jobs to other marketing people, and create a opportunity of livelihood. Like this last month only, in the month of October, we have recently launched bamboo cricket bat and stumps. These stumps are made up of solid bamboo, which is known as Kanak. So what we have done is we have turned this on a turning machine. We have made this bamboo identical or a perfect cylinder. We have converted this bamboo in a perfect cylinder, looking towards the standard dimensions of the stumps, and we can make this product and supply this product to other part of country, other parts of the states, and even by using that bamboo glue board technology, we have made this bamboo cricket bat. And recently there were some news also, it was covered in those news about talking about bamboo cricket bat. So this R&D has been done. Now there's a requirement to extend this R&D to the industry, where the industry can convert it into a final product for the market availability. We are in talk with industries for developing this product and this product as per the market demand. So that is my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhinandanji. nice presentation, very informative. And what are the various type of the bamboo products we have with us, and entrepreneurs can take this opportunity to earn money for them. Now, I'd like to request Dr. Rajiv Ghosh, that is Deputy Director of Horticulture Research Complex under the Directorate of Horticulture and Soil Conservation, Government of Tripura, Nageshwara, West Tripura. Dr. Rajiv Ghosh, sir, please, this is the last and not the least, the address of the speaker, Rajiv Ghosh.
Yeah, is it audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, yes. So, Horticulture Research Complex, actually it is under Directorate of Horticulture and Soil Conservation and Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of Tripura. So, at the outset, I want to thank Tripura State Council for Science and Technology and STI Council to invite me to deliver on R&D infrastructures in the center and also to share some of the activities to make our state Atmanirbhar or self-reliant. So in this regard, I want to give a brief introduction about our center. So this is Horticulture Research Center. This is the only research center of its kind in the state. So it is located in the Nageshwara, and the research activity we are undertaking in an area of 50 hectare area approximately. So we have got 10 divisions or units at HRC. There are separate scientists who are working in these different units. We have fruit science block, vegetable science, plantation crops, spices and condiments, mushroom laboratory, tissue culture laboratory, vermicomposting unit, hydroponic structures, both static and portable. We have established one bee garden, and we have got bamboo plantation of 3-4 species to showcase a different type of cultivation technology. And also we have got blocks for exotic vegetable and fruit crops. And we have got HRD wing, Human Resources Development, where different students, farmers and extension personnel comes. And we are, our work is associated with research, development, training, extension, testing and consultancy. So this is our job. So here actually our Tripura state is the main strength is that actually we are endowed with or gifted with suitable agroclimatic situations where we can take up different type of horticultural crops in the state. Right from tropical to temperate, that is tropical version of crops which can be cultivated. That is even in our agroclimatic condition. So here actually Horticulture Research Complex, when it started its journey in the year 1981, main focus was with the plantation crops like coconut, erica nut, red oil palm, cashew nuts, and this to some extent black pepper and banana. So earlier, if we look back in the 1981, our actually research work was confined with acclimatization and introduction of some varieties of different plantation crops in our state, and testing in the center, and later dissemination or distributing amongst the farming community. This was our job in the early days. So later on, our department has included or introduced, that is, true potato seed cultivation. So actually this is the unique, and this is uniqueness of the center. True potato seed cultivation, this is done only in Tripura state in the entire India. So actually it was introduced by International Potato Center, Lima, Peru, and later on it was tested or tried in different parts of the country, and our and also in our state. So it has succeeded like anything, and it has that is true potato seed cultivation. We are pioneer, and we are exporting to different countries and other states as well. So this is potato is cultivated with generally with a tuber or tubulets. But the advantage of growing TPS through TPS is to have that is crop without biotic and abiotic stresses, and also to have to double the yield of potato. So this is the advantage, and it has got huge demand in the other parts of the country. So this is and also if you consider the strength of our state, because as I mentioned, that our agroclimatic situation is very congenial for taking up different type of horticultural crops. But here also we can see that our different horticultural crops are which are grown in our state. This is organically by default, like our pineapple, and also our this jackfruit, and number of crops like Shakhora, that is Citrus macroptera, which are grown in this hilly terrain. So this is also export quality. So this is actually organic by default. So this is our strength in our state, and also our different types of horticultural crops are grown in an area of 1.21 lakh hectares with the production of 1.46 tons of different horticultural crops with an average productivity of 12.04 tons per hectare. So this is our strength, and also our in most of the state, most of the area of our states can be, the area can be taken up for horticultural, different type of horticultural crops, and this is conducive for cultivation. So this is, as you can see, that is from 2018-19, our state government has started export of a different horti commodity like jackfruit, this pineapple, and wood apple, and lime lemon, like this. This is mostly these crops are organic, and it is of huge demand by other countries, like we have exported in UK, Germany, and other Middle East countries. So this is as we have got 15 FPC, so which are acting as aggregator. So there are actually what happened in our state. This pineapple there is a marketable surplus of 7,000 to 10,000 tons roughly, and banana is 10,000 tons. This marketable surplus, and lime lemon and other citruses 6,000 metric tons, that is marketable surplus, and jackfruit 1,500 tons surplus, marketable surplus. So actually this is the surplus has become higher because of stoppage of illegal trade between Bangladesh and India. So to legalize this export and to optimize this marketable surplus and for making export to different countries, so the effort is on to to make more export with premium prices, so that our farmers, our growers doesn't succumb to distress sell. So this is one issue, and other things that we have got R&D infrastructures like mushroom laboratory and tissue culture laboratory, and also we have got one center of excellence for vegetables, and two more center of excellence for vegetables and citrus. As you know, that Tripura state is a hotspot for different type of citrus fruits like lime, lemon, and then sweet orange, mandarins, and Shakhora, citrus macroptera. So this is, if you have, we can have this R&D structure for this citrus, then I think our this different species or different this variants of this citrus species can be that is made use of for research and for development of or for selection through breeding or plant breeding, we can improve the crop. So as the productivity of some citrus species found in Tripura is very minimum, so we can go for some crop improvement program also. So we have got this mushroom laboratory. This is through mushroom laboratory as outreach program. We have developed some seed village with collaboration of our Tripura State Council for Science and Technology in some of the villages, because we are supplying the mushroom spawn to these villages for capacity build up or for uplifting the socio-economic status of the growers. So, and also in the last 3 years, we have been supplying even the mushroom culture. So earlier the system was like this, that is, we are supplying only the mushroom spawn or seed so that they can produce mushroom to sell in the market directly. But now in the last 3 years, we have been supplying mushroom culture so that our poor farmer or the remotest farmer, they can make mushroom spawn and sell in their locality, so that to make self-reliant Tripura or Atmanirbhar Tripura. So this is, I think, it is our very successful step, distributing or selling the mushroom culture to different laboratory, the private or made with the public laboratory, so that this step of our department, I think it will be beneficial for the growers. And also this our tissue culture laboratory. We have got one tissue culture laboratory, but this is what we are doing. We are producing the parental lines of potato for production of true potato seeds. And another thing is that we are propagating this banana of the true tissue culture. So this is actually what we have been doing as of date, that is shoot tip culture. So Sobri banana is pride of Tripura. So it is liked by different parts of the country, but thing is that multiplying this Sobri banana through tissue culture, through shoot tip culture, the success rate is very less, as it is shy shackering in nature. So the problem lies that other than Sobri banana, we are propagating other variety of Sobri banana, other variety of bananas. And for Sobri banana, we are in touch with National Research Center for Banana, Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu, and they are doing through ECS, embryogenic cell suspension culture. And this is, I think, it is, we have proposed to the state government, that is to have some collaborative project with the NRCB 3G, so that we can develop or upgrade our tissue culture laboratory, so that where we can multiply our Sobri banana through embryogenic cell suspension culture. It is underway. If it is approved, I think we can produce virus-free, healthy and stocky banana plants, banana TC plantlets, and we can distribute among the banana growers, so that we can double their income through banana cultivation. So this is our effort, and this is as outreach program, distributing TC plantlets of banana of other varieties to the farming community. Other than micro propagation, even we are going for this macro propagation through bits. So we are as outreach. We are distributing among the banana growers. That is also focusing, that is self-reliance of the growers, and number of nurseries number of horti nurseries we have developed and we have given license also, and this is by supplying improved elite planting materials of different horticultural crops to the nursery fellows, and they have established scion block and mother block, and with this they are now multiplying and propagating elite planting materials, and they are selling, and this is also one direct example of this self-reliant. This is our self-reliance in among the growers of the state, and this is at this juncture. Apart from the improved or hybrid planting materials, even we have started focusing the niche crops of the states like jackfruit, bell, and other minor unutilized fruit crops, because we want to keep or want to make a repository or germplasm bank of the local hortiplants. So that also we are maintaining, and it will be useful. We are just analyzing and studying the undertaking experiment in our R&D infrastructures, whatever we have in our center. And apart from this, we have got this that is semi-precision farming, and the precision farming is underway. We have proposed one, we submitted one proposal for precision farming also. So here actually what in the Center of Excellence for Vegetables, so that is what we are doing. That is we are raising the plants in soilless growing media like this coco peat, vermiculite and perlite in the ratio of 3:1:1, and this is we are growing in a propagation tray, and propagation tray, pro tray, plastic tray, and we are distributing amongst the farmers, and they are even because this high value vegetable seedlings are raised in a protected structures, and so that it doesn't suffer from any biotic or abiotic stresses. But when the farmers raises their seedlings in open condition, so actually due to these vagaries of weather, they suffer a lot. Seedlings dies, and they don't get enough time to raise seedlings again and transplanting the same in the main field. So our motto is that to help farmers, so that as it is our seedlings are grown in a semi-automated structures, so seedlings are grown throughout the year. So even in the off season and the on season, the seedlings are available. So with this, our farmers are getting benefits, and we want to replicate the same technology with the low cost structures, bamboo structures, showcasing, and we are just showcasing the low cost technology to the farming community. So like the Center of Excellence, following the Israeli technology, which is not affordable by the farmers, that we want to replicate in the farmers' plot with the low-cost structures with the bamboo and net, 40 mesh, aphid-proof nets. So this is actually will be immense use, because to 50% of the higher yield is ensured when we are any farmers is raising very good and healthy seedlings in their nursery. So the 50% of the cultivation process is ensured when farmers are getting healthy seedlings. So healthy seeds and healthy seedlings. So this is very that is primary this step to have more yield, because if you want to that is achieve that is double income by 2022. So we have to ensure that good elite planting materials with high productivity, and also ensure that the seedlings and the planting materials are devoid of any pest and diseases and pathogens. So this is actually our main activities. And other than this, we have got this apart from this horticulture plants because pollination is very important. So with the
Sir,
help
may I
of
interrupt, sir?
National Bee Board,
Sir,
yes.
sir, can you give a brief idea regarding the gap areas and the requirement of R&D infrastructure of the state to be future ready?
Yeah, right. So here actually the gap is that because if you consider our laboratories and other R&D structures as regard to micro productions, so we need to upgrade and expand the laboratory and sophisticated machineries and laboratory is required like virus indexing laboratory and with this for study of this molecular biology, also one molecular biological lab we need in our center. And also apart from this tissue culture activity, this mushroom laboratory also need to be upgraded because as of date we are cultivating the oyster mushroom, to some extent button mushroom and milky mushroom. So for production of button mushroom and milky mushroom, we need to upgrade the laboratory. So this is as far as this two laboratories concerned, but other things what we need to have linkage with the national and international laboratory institute, because already we have submitted proposal to have linkage with the national institute like this Indian Institute of Horticulture Research located in Bangalore, and also NRCB as I mentioned earlier. So that linkage is to be established for upgrading our this R&D activities. And also we have proposed that conducting that the various expo and participating in expo or conduction of different seminar symposia. So where the sharing of knowledge will take place. So and we have got huge resources, natural resources in our state. So by sharing knowledge, that also we have proposed that in the near future we will have some dialogues with the different national institutes. And also this other thing is that we must have some good learning center like e-library, and also to be connected with some high transmission, because here the net connectivity is very poor here. So that also because to have the good connectivity with the different institute for sharing knowledge, we must have e-library and strong satellite connection with our center. So this is some of the issues have been taken up with the department to the competent authority. So I think if it succeeds and if you get these facilities, I think our scientists and entire our personnel, whatever technicians, they can upgrade their knowledge, and I think it will have to return for the benefit of the states and to make our states self-reliant. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your informations. Now I'd like to request the Deputy Secretary of Tripura State Council for Science and Technology, Shri B. Chakraborty, sir, to actually sum up the all the discussions we have throughout the day, make suggestions on it. Please, sir.
Yes, thank you all. We have had a very vibrant session in today's program. So I like to sum up the deliberations. Our session started with the presentation from Professor R.K. Mojumdar of College of Fisheries. He stressed upon the need for establishment of an agri-business incubation center in the state for entrepreneurship, skill development of youth of the state in the backdrop of gradually shrinking scope of government jobs. He further stated the scopes and gaps in agribusiness in Tripura and the role of agribusiness incubator to make up the gaps. He further mentioned various government schemes which may support the entrepreneurs. He also gave a brief of R&D activities being taken up in the College of Fisheries. Next speaker was Dr. Syed Asad Hussain from Department of Physics, Tripura University. He mentioned about various professional and skill-based courses offered by the university besides regular UG and PG courses. He elaborated on the R&D activities infrastructures of the university like centralized lab, centralized instrumentation labs, several business incubators, innovation institution, innovation council, which are open to research and development for Tripura-based students and researchers, as well as for outside students also. He mentioned about the outreach and extension programs, collaborations with institutes and different industries, and exchange programs with various R&D institutes of the country and with industry. He mentioned some important in-house R&D programs and some R&D collaborations with different academic institutes and industries also. The important in-house R&D outcomes like like some the various departments, like microbiology department, physics department. There are very interesting outcomes of R&D. He made a very important suggestion that, which is the need of the hour also, that networking between the higher education institutes for utilizing the existing R&D infrastructure in the state. He also suggested for organizing Tripura Science Congress to showcase the R&D activities already taken up in the states. Our next speaker was Dr. M.K. Dev Burma, Head of Department, CSC Department of NIT Agar. About the R&D facilities of NIT like artificial intelligence, cryptography, security, data science, machine learning, IoT, etc. Several MOUs have been signed between NIT and several industries and institutions to promote collaborative research, startup and innovation, implementing several projects, and consulting and testing works of various agencies and government departments. He mentioned about various government schemes being implemented utilizing the R&D infrastructure of NIT. He states upon the requirement of R&D infrastructure of the state to be future ready, especially in areas of energy, environment, etc. He also suggested for higher intake capacity in full-time R&D works, and also financial support to UG and PG students for international research internship. He mentioned about some R&D innovation, startup, entrepreneurship, incubation and pre-incubation activities undertaken by NIT. He mentioned that there is already a setup for high performance computer center, center of excellence in ICT, Ecolog Podemo Center, etc., which are open to researchers. And I also would like to add something regarding NIT, that there is already a Space Technology Innovation Center, STIC, set up by ISRO, which is one of the 6 regional centers in the country set up by ISRO. And he stressed upon that R&D programs are to be oriented towards developing technical system suitable for Indian context, particularly for any zone. And he told that the NIT Agartala is working towards it. Our next speaker was Dr. Abhinav Kant, Officer in Charge, BCDI Agartala. He demonstrated the R&D infrastructure available for development in bamboo sector and utilizing the same in a sustainable manner. He mentioned about the different wings of BCDI in education and R&D, skill and capacity development, design and product development, innovation and incubation, technical service, etc. He rightly mentioned that the ultimate target of any R&D work should be in the way that the outcome should be touching the lives of people at grassroots level. He mentioned that R&D infrastructure available in bamboo sector in Tripura are there in BCDA itself, in Tripura MS room and in college department to some extent. He presented some requirement for development of bamboo sector in the state, including setting up of suitable tissue culture facility, etc. He states upon that R&D requirement is there for bamboo-based, specially functional product development, value addition, and as well as supply chain management. Dr. Abhinav Khan demonstrated some innovative bamboo products prototypes developed by BCDI, including processing and canning of edible bamboo source, which can be taken up by entrepreneurs and industries. Our last speaker was Dr. Rajiv Ghosh, Deputy Director, Horti Research Complex, Nagisara. He mentioned that the aim of the HRC Nagisara is to develop training, research, and consultancy. He briefed about the R&D activities taken up by HRC Nagisara in TC Lab in true potato seed production, mushroom culture, and strawberry banana and other banana tissue culture, so shoot tip tissue culture, etc. He mentioned that the strength of the state in production of various horti crops, which are organic by default and have huge market value. There is a scope for more value addition and opening more export avenues for such products. In his opinion, there is a scope for R&D in improving productivity of such indigenous horti crops. He also told that upgradation of the TC lab is underway in collaboration with NRC Banana Tiruchirappalli. Thus, the center is aiming for self-reliance in production of quality planting materials in the state in horticulture sector. It is acting as a center for excellence for vegetables. He suggested to replicate such center in rural areas for farmers in a low-cost model for ensuring healthy seedlings to the farmers, which will in turn ensure higher productivity. He also mentioned the need for upgradation of R&D infrastructure in HSC Nagisara by setting up molecular biology lab, upgrading the mushroom culture lab, and most importantly, he stressed upon the need for linkage with national and international institutes and sharing of knowledge through organizing various expos. We think that we got very important and useful inputs from our panel of experts today, which will definitely help the state government as well as the government of India for taking future course of action in our STI ecosystem development for making self-dependent India. I, on behalf of Tripura State Council for Science and Technology, convey my sincere gratitude to all of our distinguished panel of experts to spare their valuable time in giving deliberations in today's program. We hope that we'll get the support in this way in our future programs also. I also convey my sincere thanks to all of our audience to be a part of this program. I thank you all.
Thank you, sir. At the last, we would like to convey our sincere thanks to Dr. Devapriya, the advisor, DST Government of India, Dr. Rashmi Sharma, Madam, the Dr. Ravi Kanji of DST Government of India for their continuous support to Tripura State Council for Science and Technology in organizing this webinar. And I'd like to convey our sincere thanks to our respected speakers of today's webinar. By this, we hereby conclude our today's program. Thank you all.